Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Hello, this is Divine Sunshine coming to you with a trigger warning. This one is topic and the concentration is just because you're a twin flame doesn't mean you're exempt. We got these new moon energies that happened. That was yesterday, but the new moon has a way that it kind of still lingers. And we've had a lot of things come up, boogers and things and infiltrations and things pop up out of the blue. And I've talked and I've had conversations with people and it's like, wow, where did this come from? This kind of knocked me out of the blue. And I want to say also that as light workers, and I think I'm talking to the newbies or some of you all that's new to understanding what this twin flame adventure is. And some of you all just need a refresher course. Just because you're a light worker does not mean that you're exempt. Just because you're a light worker does not mean you're not exempt from other light workers teaching you lessons too. Just because you're a light worker, that does not mean that when somebody does do something or say something, you automatically say, oh, they're in their distorted self, or oh, they're acting like the divine masculine, or oh, they're acting like the divine feminine, which is the opposite. Whoever it is that you give the title of the villain or the one who's carrying the heavy in the relationship, you have a habit of also telling them what they are and you go into victim mode. That's not me, that's them, that's their issue. Understanding again that just because we're twin flames, we have to think about, and a lot of times, and I know I get thumbs down with this because it's some of you all that still this crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on this understanding that we too can act karmic-y. Karmic means a person who learns lessons. So I don't know who this one person here that does not really understand that we do act that role as well. But understanding that again, those times when people step in, those are things that your higher self said is needed. Maybe you're so heavily in your ego that you need somebody, a light worker can be able to talk to you in that form that can wake you up that like no other average Joe Blow off the street can. Have you ever thought of maybe that's why the twin flame comes in and steps into those karmic situations and acts as the karmic, because they can get you in ways that you understand and say, oh, hell no, this ain't gonna go. I'm not gonna do this no more. After I get out this situation, I'm out. Maybe with the average Joe, you kind of push it away and you divine your way out of it and say, oh, okay, it doesn't mean nothing. But there's something about when you got that person that can talk to you on that level in that same way, a manner that the way you understand it, they can get you in ways that nobody else can. So again, like I said, what makes you think that because you're a light worker, you're exempt? You're not. Light workers, pretty much in some ways on this journey, we get it more heavily than anybody else that's out there. And I think, again, like I said, how we look and view other people when other light workers or twin flames step in to teach you a lesson, we always are to be looked at as being villainized in the process. This is called trigger warning. So I'm triggering somebody, and I do invoke the violet flame to be able to clear and transmute whatever it is, so you can be able to hear the truth clearly. We're getting to this point that it does seem like shadows are acting as, or I call it boogers, are acting in the way of helping us to really bust up that shadow self. We talked about that on the playground experience, and please go and look at that if you have not. It was interesting how we just ran the gamut and we talked about the energies, this last one. And we have a Q&A live this Friday where we continue the conversation. And some of us are in denial about that. Nah, I stay in my shadow. Although the Spirit is saying, I'm presenting that what you call a bad situation or a bad experience is a way for you to say, hello, you need to try something different. You need to try a different way. You need to go about it a different way. What you're doing is not working. What you're doing is operating for ego. What you're doing is staying the victim. And you're not the victim in this. Let's start taking responsibility and ownership for what you have played your part. Stop putting on for other people to apologize for something that you know that you should be apologizing as well for. We have a habit of us doing that. I just watched a video before I got on here saying 7 signs that show that you're on a high frequency. When you get to the point like that, it don't bother you, those things. But let's not say, oh, I'm in my twin flame high vibe and it doesn't bother me, that you really are skating over the lesson that you really actually need to learn. Because some of us are using that I'm twin flame, I'm high, I'm divine, but nothing gets my ass in the process. This is Earth. This is a teachable planet. I say this several times, and I'm going to tell you to do it until you understand this. Because some of you all think that once you get divine, it's over with. I've had my opening or my ascension and my awakening, and it's over. Not so. So far removed from the source of the truth as possible. Same thing as the greatest way show Jesus Christ showed you. The more enlightened, the more things come to show you how you are enlightened and to prove that you are enlightened. That's why I said, what makes you think that you are a light worker and you're exempt? Even the greatest light worker had to serve some time. He didn't do any crimes, but he had to serve, and he was used by source. And I think that's why a lot of us is kind of scared to go in there and say, oh my God, I'm going to be used. What's going to happen? Let's not always say it has to end in martyrdom, like it did for Jesus or the other ones. You could just go on ahead and do your work and that's it. And you just get tested by lessons and doing things, and it don't have to be all that drastic. It could just be more so aha towers than those hard ones that you had to do. But again, Spirit brought me the example again to say again. Some of you all are thinking, well, I'm divine. I'm not supposed to. I've heard even, I think Kathy D had even said it one time. Someone said, well, once you get in union, you don't have any more problems. You're in heavenly bliss. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You see my mom come on here talk about that they was in union and it still was push up your sleeves and let's get ready. How you ready for some football? Touchdown, block, tackle, offense, defense. Now, once you have really truly been heightened, and like I say, you get to a state of you are from that higher frequency. Some of the things that your partner might throw at you, it might not worry about it. I think Kathy had said, somebody had said on somebody's twin something, it might have been April, I can't remember, one of them that's in union, and it's like, and they still get on my nerves, right? And they ain't in union. But what the difference is when they get in alert, it don't irritate you as much. It don't make you say, I gotta walk out the door. And even when you do feel, they corrected me, thank you, it's my spiritual guy say, and when you do, you think like, okay, you might not be that long at the door. You might touch the door when before you would just say, I'm going through the door, and you check me out, I'll be at my mother's. you call me over there. And maybe with this one, you got a little bit more tools to say, okay, let me really dissect what happened, what said. Was it really that serious? You learn more when you get in the higher frequency that you really start choosing your battles. You say what you say, that's it. I dropped it. I'm finished with it. And then maybe your partner might just say, no, I want to keep on visiting that. And then you learn how from that too. So, okay, well, let's sit down. Let me hear yours. And you might still in the end walk away saying, we agree to disagree. Now, that's your new you. That's you resonating on the high frequency. Before then, both of y'all say, F you, F you. I ain't like you no way. Go on over. I'm see me and my mama. See me? Well, I'm going to go over to my dad's. And there ain't nobody living at the house. Because both of y'all done checked out. I say, forget it. We go back in separation. Now, when you're in a union, you kind of think about twice about doing that. Say, no, I done did that separation. I remember that longing for you, that longing. Feeling like I was by myself. I was playing all by myself all the time. All by myself. Don't want to be. I don't want to be playing that record over and over again, sitting in a corner and just pining for you. I done been there. Nope. That's all right. We're gonna sit and work this out. That's why sometimes you do have those separations things. So you can use that as a reference, as a resource to say, is it really that serious? Do I really want to go back to that? Is it that serious for me to go back to that? Because I know how it was when I didn't have her. I know how it was when I didn't have him. Is it really serious? Okay, well then, let's figure out how we can work this out. It ain't that bad, you know. So that's where we are. Light workers. Channel message. You're not exempt. If source feels that you need to have that lesson, it doesn't matter who is going to bring it through. Your bestie, your dog, your child, your mother, your father, the priest, the minister, your neighbor, stranger. If they feel that lesson can be given to you for you to be able to have a betterment, to break up that shadow, break up that ego, and bring in that true light, because as Kathy D says, we're at the coffee pot, and we're at the end. They truly want you to be clean. Purification, they show me that purification card. It's got that white fox on it with one eye blue and one eye purple. And if we at that point to be able to communicate and get those downloads so we can be able to be purified like that, guess what? They're going to go into Malcolm X. I feel like it's Malcolm X, that picture there with the glasses. They're going to go in Malcolm X mode by any means necessary to get you on the road to being right, to being a light worker. They're going to do it. All right, then. This is the end here. Remember to go get my time reference union things. I will create a commercial for that as well. If you're interested in knowing about when your the estimation of your union would happen, when union with self, union with your person, whatever you know that you're asking for union with, you ask the question. I will do in the union reading, tell you about what's your feelings as far as in your divine feminine energies, your divine masculine energies, and I'll give you what source says about what things is needed in order for you to be related, what helps you to have a healthy relation or connection to that thing in which you want union, and I will tell you the estimated time period in which it will happen. That's $22. Go to Divine Unisouls 11 and go underneath readings and look for time frame, union readings, union time frame readings, and it's there. Okay. All right. That's my thing, my new feature that I'm looking at. I'm still doing Divine Unisouls, also readings as well, those letters. So I'll have that after this as well. All right. It's always stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Love you.